So for now, the past, uh, I guess about 2 weeks, but really this is the full active week. I have been like dealing with shingles. It is so painful, so painful. Right now it's 5:42 a.m. and that's actually like when I'm normal, I wake up around 5:15. So it's like a normal time for me to wake up. Except I have been awake so many times. Just this morning, focusing only on this morning, I've been awake since, one time I was up at 2:30. That lasted for about an hour. No, midnight lasted for about an hour. 2:30 lasted for about an hour. And then maybe around 4, but I didn't get out of bed that time. And so, right now, my side is really agitated and inflamed. The doctors normally, well, not doctors, but, well, actually my doctor did, but you put like a cool cloth on it and all these like things that you can do to make it better. It's so frustrating. It's so weird. Ugh. I can't even form sentences right because I'm like probably suffering from insomnia at this point. But point of me making this video was to share two things that I've learned during this process, which is instead of putting, if you ever get shingles, and if it's during the day, instead of putting a cool cloth on the rash when it gets inflamed and gets agitated and starts tingling and burning, actually get up out of bed. Get up out of bed and go for a walk or a bike ride. Yesterday, before bed, oh my God, the pain was so bad. Like Tim had to help me put on my shirt. That's how bad the pain was. I didn't want to move anything. I felt like if I moved, my skin would just rip open or something. So Tim helped me put on my shirt and we went for a bike ride. And I thought the pain was so bad I was going to black out during the bike ride. I didn't even want to go on it, but I told Tim, like, yes, let's do it. Let's get my mind off the pain. And I think maybe like 8 minutes or so into the bike ride, the pain was there, but it wasn't as intense and excruciating. And then eventually the bike ride got fun. And like everything was fine. Not fine, but I was not in horrible pain. Even right now, as I'm talking to you all, I feel like my spirit is lifting a little bit. I probably still look crazy. I don't know what, because I'm sleep deprived. But the pain in my side has lessened. And so one of the things that I also did was like in the middle of the night when it's like 2 or 3 in the morning and I can't go for a bike ride or a walk, I literally have kept my work laptop on. Because my personal computer, I'll just get on YouTube or whatever. But I should set that up on my other desk over there. But what I do is I'll come and I haven't been working a full schedule or a normal schedule because of the pain, and I'll have to stop and start and this, that, and the other. But I've been sending like an email or do a work task that I've been meaning to do for, I don't know, the past few days that I couldn't get to it, or even a month. There was one email that I sent at 3 o'clock. My colleagues are gonna think I'm crazy. I don't know what. That I have just been meaning to send, but I've just been busy at work. But I sent it, and after I sent that email, I was like, oh, there's no more pain. I can go back to bed now. And I did. Until now. So now I'm out making this video. I was thinking about doing some other work, but now I feel like I would just be creating tasks for me to do, which would lead to more work. And the goal is to keep my stress level down. So I'm only going to focus on things that are current immediate tasks. Maybe I'll start cleaning off my desktop on my work laptop, and then eventually start organizing like photographs on my personal laptop in the early mornings. So these are just all tips that I'm sharing with you all out there. If you are currently experiencing shingles, or if you ever experience it in the future, when you feel that intense pain and you're like you don't know what to do, just get up and do something. The other thing I've been doing is I learned yesterday that cool air is so much better than a cool cough. And so I have this little thing, small fan. I turn this on and put it directly on my body right now. Like have this on until it hits directly on my body. And then I actually put it in bed with, like, I carry this from here and here in my office to the bedroom, and I'll put it on the bed and turn it on so that it hits my body while I'm laying in bed, and it cools it. That cool air soothes the rash sites throughout the night. Tim is in one of the other guest rooms because it would be horrible for him to sleep with me right now because I'm constantly up and down, up and down, up and down. But I'm able to put the fan on his side of the bed, and then it hits me and cools me. So, just some insights. This is very exhausting. I wish this on no one. I don't even know how I got it. Doctors don't know how. There's no way to trace how you actually received it. It's just that your immune system is weakened. I have my own theory. I think there are 3 things that weaken my immune system. I got shingles not too long, like a few days after I had my first Pfizer shot. That is not to say Pfizer vaccination caused shingles. That's not true. I think what happened is a week before, or maybe leading up to me getting the Pfizer shot, I had a crazy allergy flare up. And that allergy flare up was pretty bad and lasted longer than usual. I almost think I probably should have done a Z-Pack, but I pushed through. So I think my immune system was weakened by that. And then when I went to get the Pfizer shot, the vaccination, it weakens your immune system. That's part of what the vaccine is doing. And so I think my immune system was already weakened, and then the vaccination shot weakened it a little further. And then this whole operating environment being, dealing with what we're dealing with, I think all of us are under some stress that we don't acknowledge as stress. And so my immune system is probably already weak from that. And I think the combination of that just got my body to a place where the virus that causes the shingles was allowed to activate shingles. And by the way, the same virus causes chickenpox. So I had chickenpox in the past, which is why the virus is in my body. So if you've had chickenpox in the past, the virus is in your body. If you have not had chickenpox, it's not in your body, and I should stay away from you. And so I was invited to a wedding that I'm really disappointed that I can't go to next week, because I don't want to risk exposing anyone who is an adult that hasn't had chickenpox, or any of my good friends, family members who may be elderly, that may have not had this shingles vaccination, that that I could expose them to. I would just feel horrible. I just think it's not responsible. But it really sucks because I was really excited about going to this wedding and seeing some of my friends that I hadn't seen in a long time. And it was the same weekend I was going to surprise my family. And many of my family members don't know that I was planning on coming into town next weekend to surprise them. My Uncle Nate is having a barbecue at his house, and I was going to plan a sneak surprise. But I can't now. The cat's out of the bag, though. Now you know that I was planning it, but that means nothing because I won't be there, which sucks. Because I need to let all this work its way through my body. Okay, I'm done rambling. I think I'll go get some water and see if I can maybe go to sleep for another 30-40 minutes. Surprisingly, I'm sitting here with the sweater on. I mean, this zip-up sweatshirt, and the fan's not on. The pain is gone now. And so this 11-minute and 30-second video is another example of what I'm saying. Get up out of bed, do something, take your mind off the pain, and it lessens. I mean, 10 minutes is a record time. Actually, the pain wasn't so bad, but it was enough to wake me up and get me out of bed. There have been nights where I literally sat on the edge of the bed and just breathed deep and inhaled and exhaled deeply for at least 20-30 minutes because it's so bad. It's so bad. It's like there are times when I feel like, and I've said this to several people already before, like my skin is burning, tingling, and itching simultaneously. And then sometimes it feels like it's all happening at once. It's so confusing and strange. Yeah. Tim is awake now. He's probably hearing me talking. Well, he's gonna pass. I hope he doesn't come in here because he probably has no clothes on, and then you'll see him in all his glory, and that ain't none of your business. All right. On that note, have a lovely day, and keep your stress levels down. All the other stuff that causes shingles, I don't know what to tell you about that because it is what it is. One other thing. I do know that there's a direct correlation between my anxiety levels and stress and shingles. And and this is just the center story. So Mom, I love you. Don't think that this is me saying you caused the stress. But my mom was on a trip recently. I called her because, she and my sister, they were having a good time. And I was just calling and chat with them. And my mom walks into the hotel room as I'm talking to her. And something happened. And my sister, I can't remember which sister it was. I think it was my youngest sister. I hold both my sisters in the background. And my family is a boisterous family. And so they were saying something to my mom. And it was like, it seemed like they were angry. But I knew they were not angry, but it just seemed like there was a whole lot going on. And I was like, what's happening? And my mom was talking to them, but like, it was just so confusing. And literally my side started tingling. Like, it feels like I'm being electrocuted. It started tingling like crazy. And I was like, okay, I'm hanging up. And I hung up the phone, took some deep breaths for a few minutes to see if it'll settle, and it actually did settle. And then I text my mom and explained why I did what I did. And she was like, I apologize. And I'm like, no, it's all good, like no big deal. But that was the first time I made the direct connection between stress levels and like your anxiety raising and actually shingles. It's like legit. And it's because your nerve is agitated. And so when you get all riled up, that your nerves are feeling it. Yeah. So there is such thing as you're getting on my nerves because damn, it is legit. And it will tingle you all the way together or untogether or whatever. Anyway, have a lovely day, people. Keep your stress level down. Too. Yeah. Yeah. Brain ain't working. That's probably a good thing. Because if my brain was working, I'd probably be stressed.